Year! Happy 2025, you guys. I've been wanting to get on live for the last like 2 hours, but everyone's home and we've had really like a low-key day. So I want to start the new year right and do a live on one of my most asked questions, which is how to use cream eyeshadow. So we're gonna do cream eyeshadow today. I'm gonna answer all your questions on it. Tell me in the comments how you're doing. How is your first day of the new year going? And yeah, if you have questions about cream eyeshadow, let's chat. I actually went to Ulta this morning and I grabbed some cream eyeshadows that I'm going to show you. I wanted to show you kind of a wide range of cream eyeshadows, how to apply them, and affordable options as well as like more high end. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over the different cream options and then how to apply, okay? Because I've been getting a lot of DMs about that. Cream eyeshadow is amazing for mature eyes. So as we age and mature, we have more texture on the eyelids. Happy New Year. And so if you're using powder, sometimes what can happen is it can look textury, it can even crease. And so with creams, because they're a smoother, usually, and we'll talk about that, a smoother type of product, you can get less creasing with them. And they also have really long wearing formulas now, which are really cool. So if you're new here, my name is Lauren. I'm 43 years old. You guys, I will be 44 in like 2 weeks, which is crazy. But we're over here embracing aging, and I show you easy makeup tips to make working with your mature skin a lot easier, because let's be honest, our skin has changed. So I have my makeup on, but what I want to do first is I want to show you some different options. And like I said, these are going to be all ranges of affordability, because I know everyone's price point, everybody's budget is different. When is my birthday? January 16th. So yeah, my daughter's a January birthday too. So we both have birthdays in January. I'll be 44 and she'll be 16. So it's kind of crazy, but okay, let's start low end. Drugstore, affordable, easy ones that I love. Okay, so I have tested all of these that I'm going to show you, and these are ones that I wear personally. So just so you know, these are not like me just going and like picking random things. I've worn these, I know they last, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for making sure that your eyeshadow lasts. Happy early birthday! You're a day before me. I love that. Happy New Year from New Zealand. Aw, Happy New Year. How fun. Okay, so let's start with sticks. If you are more mature and maybe you have a hard time applying eyeshadow, sticks are going to be the easiest option for you, okay? So if you have a hard time with eyeshadow, look for a stick formula. So this is one that I love. This one is, this one's Luxa Pro. I think, is that what it's called? Luxazo Pro. Julep and this brand are ones I like on Amazon, okay? They're linked on my Amazon storefront too. And oh, and when I post this on my page, you can comment cream at any time and I'll send you all the links to all of these, okay? So this one's kind of cool. So it looks like this, it's a stick. Let me show you just cream formula, okay? So cream formula, see how just easy that glides on? Creams are going to be so easy as an eyeshadow, and you really only need one color with cream eyeshadow, although I'll show you kind of how to do two. And then on the other side of this stick, whoops, I just took it off. On the other side of this one is a little blender. So if you don't even have a brush, you can use this to kind of blend it. Okay, see how that's going to blend that out. So these have a brush on one side, and then they have the pen on the other. There's lots of shade ranges in this one. And then another one, oh, I missed a comment. I want to go back. 44 on the 7th. Happy early birthday to you. I love it. We have a lot of January birthdays. So fun. Okay, ColourPop. This is another really good brand. This is affordable. I think it was $7. Lots of good colors with this one. This is a good matte shade. So let's talk creams that are shimmer and creams that are matte, okay? So I like, personally, what I like to do when I'm using a cream shadow is I like to use either one color, which is shimmer, all over the lids. Very easy, we'll do that. Or I like to use two colors and I like to add some depth. So something like this that's gonna be more matte and a shimmer. But like, see how these formulas are just super creamy. And you wanna let them kind of set up before you go and start before you start and like just go on with your day. So you do have to blend these pretty fast. So creams are gonna kind of set pretty fast. So if I don't touch this and I let it set, I can't spread that over my eyelids. So we want to make sure that when we put creams on, you're blending it out pretty fast, but you can see how that just easily blends out. Okay, so these are two really affordable options. Revlon also has a really good, kind of like, if you are aware of like the MAC paint pot, it has a similar one like that. Lots of good options with those. And then I also grabbed this one from Milani, and I tested it out in the store, and I really liked it. Milani is another really good company when it comes to like drugstore if you want to stay in that lower price budget. Milani has a lot of good products. They have a good eyeshadow primer as well. So with creams, I'm gonna open this while I talk to you. With creams, you wanna use an eyeshadow primer, okay? You gotta have something for that cream to grip to, or it's just not gonna stay like you want it to. It's not gonna lay nicely. So using a good eyeshadow primer is key. 3 of my favorites. Milani is great. The Celeste one that I use is this one. Love this one. My eye makeup does not come off. Or if you want a higher end, Urban Decay has a great one. This is the Milani stick. Looks like this. Super pretty. This color goes on like... So these shimmers, I want to show you on the shimmers, okay? These aren't going to have really big flecks of anything in there on them. So if you're putting a big fleck of glitter on your eyelids as we age, you can still do that. If you love that look, still do that. But what it can do is it can cause more texture. So looking at a shimmer that's more of a micro shimmer like this, whether it be powder or cream, is really important. I got that question the other day, so I wanted to just kind of touch on that. So Milani is another really good one. Oh, happy birthday, Cal. It's Mora's son's birthday. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. 60 on January 4th. Happy birthday. I love all these January birthdays. How fun. 65 on the 15th. You're not old. We're only as old as we think we are, right? We are not. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. So, affordable options, just showed you those, okay? Now let's go to a little bit more high-end. And these are some of my favorites. Charlotte Tilbury. I did an eyeshadow look with this one. It is absolutely beautiful. This is in a pot form, okay? So you can get creams in pots, you get creams in sticks. Really depends on your dexterity, how you like to apply things. If you want to use your fingers, if you want more control, there's a lot. But this one is very beautiful. I've had this for a very long time. It probably is longer than I was supposed to have it, but this will last you forever. This is Charlotte Tilbury. Lots of pretty colors. This one is amber gold. Love that one. The other one that is a high end that I love, and you can also use it to prime your eyes, is MAC Paint Pot. Painterly is a great one to prime your eyes. So if you want something like that, that's a great one. But they also have this color, and I found it and I was like, oh, this is pretty, and I can't open it. There we go. This one is in the color Vintage Selection. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, like I took way too much there, but like look at that. Okay, that will look pretty on anyone. It's a beautiful warm tone that's gonna look so good on anyone. So if you're looking for a universal tone eyeshadow that you just want one color, this one, MAC Vintage Selection. Oh, you're so sweet. Well, I hope that this live is going to be helpful. I'm kind of going through a lot right now, and I promise we're going to apply. But like sometimes just explaining this is going to be so helpful, because I think sometimes with eyeshadow we're really, a lot of people are intimidated, but like creams are actually a very good option if you are more mature. Okay, I'm gonna show you another option, because like I said, I went to Ulta today. I did all the exploring for you guys, so you don't have to. And I am gonna start doing, actually tell me in the comments, do you want me to be showing you guys more products like this that maybe you're like, I wonder if I would try that, but I don't want to spend the money? I'll go spend it for you. I'll go try it and let you know if I think it's a fail or a win. And so far, all of these, I actually swatched them on my fingers, and I've washed my hands like 4 times and they're not coming off, okay? So these all stay on. This is by Tarte. A lot of you guys love Tarte. If you love Tarte, this is really cool. This has cream on one side, okay? Let me just show you. Do a swatch here, I'm running out of room. Look at that straight line I just made. So it has an eyeshadow, cream eyeshadows on one, but then on the other end, this is a liner. So you actually get 2 for 1 here. And it's a gel liner, which is all I recommend using. So this one is really, really cool. There was like, I think 4 shades. This one, I believe I got it in the color Mauve Luster, and then it has a black eyeliner. So I have videos on black eyeliner, how to apply them as you age, but I thought this was such a cool concept as well. And if you're noticing some of these that I'm showing you, I'm about in the mid-tone range for everything, and then I always have kind of a lighter cream shadow for the inner corner, which I'll show you. Okay, So I think, oh, and one more. This one is cheaper. This is drugstore, NYX. NYX, you can't go wrong with this. This is a jumbo one. So if you are someone who's scared of eyeshadow, this is also a really great one for you because literally you just do a couple swipes and you've got your whole eyeshadow look. So this is gonna be for the girl that wants to learn how to do eyeshadow. This is gonna be for the girl that feels like eyeshadow shows texture. And this is gonna be for the girl that wants just an easy eyeshadow look, wants to explore eyeshadow, wants to try cream eyeshadow, and just wants to be able to have a lot of success for it. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna show you how to apply cream eyeshadow, okay? So the first thing you wanna do, oh, and I do wanna mention, if you are one of my Saint customers and you're like, I already use Saint, I have a palette, we do have a couple cream eyeshadows that I like. One is Tangled. That one right here, it's really pretty. And then I also really like Arabian Nights. So those are my two favorites for Saint. Okay, so I did want to mention that. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to put on eyeshadow primer. If you have oily eyelids, can you still use creams? Yes, yes you can. But we're gonna do a couple steps just so you know how to make sure it sets and doesn't move. Now, a lot of these new products that I showed you just now even, they're coming out with very long wearing like products. They're not gonna come off. Like I said, I washed my hands probably, I don't even know how many times, 5 times at least before I came on here, and they're still, the ones that I did at Ulta are still swatched on and they're not moving. So these are not going to move. So another option for oily eyelids is using cream eyeshadow. Just don't think that that's off the table for you, okay? So I primed my eyelids from the lid to the brow bone, and I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow. So I don't know if there was one you guys saw that you want me to try, or do you want me to just kind of go for it? I'm gonna give you a minute. Tell me if there's one you saw that you want me to try, or do you want me to just kind of pick one? Because I have an idea of which one I want to do, but I also want to show you what you guys want to see. Maybe you guys have no opinions and you want me to just go for it, and I can do that too. Okay. You guys don't care. Okay, we're going for it then. I'm going to go in with some lower ends because I want you to kind of see that. Actually, pick one. Just pick one. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 lower end eyeshadows because I wanna show you just how this works. Okay, so I'm gonna do ColourPop, which this one is $7, super affordable, it's a matte. The reason I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do this on one eye. I'm gonna actually do 2 colors on one eye. I just made the decision. 2 colors on one eye, 1 color over here so you can just see the difference, okay? I'm gonna pick a matte, medium brown tone, and then I'm gonna pick kind of a lighter tone, okay? That has a shimmer to it. So the first thing I'm gonna do, this one I'm actually going to use a brush as well to show you. Actually, no. I'm gonna use, sorry, I'm like all over the place, but I wanted to really show you how to do this. So let's do this one because I wanna show you how to use a brush, okay? With creams. Okay, stick, medium, matte shade. I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I have deep set eyes, but this hood is starting to come down a lot, so I am gonna apply this a little bit higher. So I'm gonna look, and right about where the arch of the brow is, I'm just gonna put a little bit there, okay? You don't need a lot. Now, I don't want this to set up, so I'm gonna go in with an eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna blend in small circles where I want this to go. So primarily, I want this to stay on the outer part of my lid, and then I'm gonna bring it in. So I'm not gonna put a ton of color on the inner corner, but I am bringing that in. And then as I work this in, I'm gonna be coming to the arch of the brow. Okay, so it's so easy to get this to blend in. See how that's blending? Then, I'm just gonna take a little bit more. So I'm gonna work with less is more. Don't go in and just start scribbling because it is a little bit harder to take away. And so you just want to just have patience with this one. This side that I'm doing with this eye, it's going to take a little bit more time than maybe like just one color, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay? So once I've got this all blended out, you can see that's not a scary color. It's a good medium tone. So this color would be good for so many different skin tones. And then I'm going to go in with this color. And I'm going to use a flat brush. Now, I have a bunch of brushes linked, so if you comment cream when I do post this, you'll get some brush ideas too. This one is the multitasker brush from Saint, and I'm just gonna put a little bit, sorry, I don't know if you can see, a little bit on the brush. Start in the middle, and I'm just gonna start kind of working that onto the lid. Now, I like to use a lighter color on the lid just because it's gonna open up the eye, but that really is a personal preference, okay? This is a really nice light color. It's not adding any texture to the lid. I'm gonna close my eye so you can see the texture of what cream's doing, okay? Now, one thing with cream that can happen is it can crease. And so if you do tend to have an issue with oily eyelids, creasing, I would recommend setting with a translucent powder, okay? And I'll show you that in just a minute. And that's gonna just make sure it doesn't move. But I am kind of just building up the color with this. This is a very easy light eyeshadow look. Now, one thing too with creams, you're not gonna get this really bold eyeshadow look unless you use a lot darker colors. So even though they look dark in the stick or if they look dark in the pot, they're not as dark when you go and put them on. So you can just see, it's a very pretty, natural look. You can also even take like this stick that we used first and run it under the eye. And I love this because if you have a lot of dark circles, you get texture under here. This is just really soft and it's gonna add a little texture to the eye. You can go back in and kind of color on the outer corner if I want to add more depth to the eye, which I do. But I love this for just an everyday, easy eye look. Now, could you make this a lot more kind of like bold? Yeah, I could add a lot more of a darker shimmer. I could go in with something like the Charlotte Tilbury. Let's just do it so I can show you. I'm just gonna take a tiny bit. This one's really pigmented. Sometimes I'll do this and even put it on my hand and work from my hand because I don't want to go too much on. But I can even add that into the middle to really add some depth to the eye. So just kind of like where you put that light color is gonna open the eye, and then where you put that dark color is gonna kind of lift and accentuate that area. So far I used ColourPop, MAC, I love that on the inner corner, and then this one is Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just placing that just right in the middle of the lid, and I'm even coming up just a little bit. But like such an easy eye look, okay? That is 3 different colors of cream. Now, if you're like, Lauren, that's way too much. I don't have time for that. I don't want to do that. I don't want that look. Totally fine. I'm going to show you another way. But I'm going to quickly just put a liner on this one so you can see. This is the Lawless liner. And I'm going to add just a little depth to the eye, just so you can see that like you can add depth. Okay, just a little wing. And then I'll put a little bit of mascara. But it's like, I love creams for the fact that they're just really easy to work with. So I'm gonna let this dry down and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna set this at the end. But if you guys have questions on cream, let me know. Okay. See how pretty that is? So natural. I love it. Okay. Let that dry down. Now we're gonna just do a 1 color look. So let's just do, I kind of want to use the Tarte one. This is the color the Tarte one is. It's kind of like a mauve color. So I'm actually just gonna scribble this on my eye. I'll show you. So I'm gonna start a little above, just like this. And you can just kind of scribble. Now, if you're someone who doesn't want to use a brush, we're gonna do it without a brush just so you can see. Now, like I said, you gotta work kind of fast with creams because they do set. This one especially will set on you. So, I mean, like that's easy, right? Like this one's so easy. You can use a flat brush as well. You can bring this under the eye. We got like a little speck there. Bring that under the eye. More depth. You can add more if you want. I like this color a lot. It's pretty. It's a mauve color. See how easy that is? Like this, creams are just really easy to work with. Now, if you were like, okay, I love that color, and I'm done, you could be done, okay? We could go in with some concealer, which I didn't grab, but I would go in with concealer, clean it up just a little bit. You could even go in with a lighter shade, like, if you wanted to. Where's the one I like? Not that one. Something like this, and really open the inner corner. But you can see, like, creams are just easy. They're so easy. So I've got more of like a neutral eye here. This one's more mauve. Super easy. Same thing, you can add liner. We're gonna do the Tarte liner because I wanted to see. I haven't used it before. I'm gonna just kind of hold here. I'm just gonna keep it on the outer corner especially. Make a little wing. But this is the easiest pen, you guys. If you're looking for something, I actually vote that one as being the easiest thing to work with ever. Because you've got the liner on one side and the cream on the other, and that's the Tarte one. And like I said, it has not moved off my hand, so. Okay, now when you set this, the one thing you wanna be careful about is using like a powder that has a tone to it. So we wanna use a translucent powder. See the difference there? We wanna use a translucent powder to set, okay? So I'm gonna go in, this is actually a cream eyeshadow. The first liner I used is by Lawless. It's a liquid eyeliner. So I just wanted to show you kind of the difference of the looks you could get. This one is a gel eyeliner, this is a liquid eyeliner, okay? And I probably would clean this up just a little bit. I'm just doing this really fast. Okay, this is just a cream eyeshadow. It's translucent. So if I was to take this and put it on my brush, it's just translucent, okay? It's not doing anything to that color. So that's what you wanna use. You wanna find something that's translucent, and then if you have oily eyelids or your makeup moves, just take this and put it on top, and it will not move. It's not gonna change the color, but it is going to hold it in place. So one thing with creams, especially if you have oily eyelids, it may move. Even though these new formulas, I feel like are pretty, like, they're not gonna transfer, this is also, like, if you're having problems with things moving, this is a great little idea to do, okay? Translucent, you don't wanna see it, but it will set everything in place. So there's your two. I look funny, but I've got kind of a neutral, a mauve here, one color here, 3 colors here, lots of options of what you can do. I just wanted to show you the range of like, kind of like affordable all the way up to higher end cream eyeshadows, and that those are a fun option, especially if you're someone who wants to play with eyeshadow but you're scared, okay? Because creams you cannot mess up with. You literally can use your finger. You don't even need a brush. But hopefully this was helpful. I will, like I said, link everything. All you have to do is comment cream when I post this. I'm gonna post it on my page right now. And then it will take you to all of the things that I talked about. If you have questions on colors and that, you know, maybe you aren't sure exactly what colors I use, I will make sure I put that in this post as well. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you're having a great first day of the new year. And I just want to say thank you for being here. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your love. And if you have any questions, drop them in the post and I will make sure that I answer them and get right back to you. So, okay, I'm off. I'm gonna go fix my eyes and go do some spring cleaning. Spring cleaning for New Year's, that's my goal. So, talk to you guys later. See ya.